everybody, so I'm here today with my intro to Project Use It Up 2016. This is my first year of doing this, this exact project. I panned last year, but doing seasonal projects, it worked for me, but it wasn't the most effective, and I think that doing it this way will be way more effective for me, so I'm going to give it a try this year. I'm not going to do any other painting projects. I know that a lot of people are doing Project Use It Up while also doing seasonal projects and stuff like that, but I don't have a huge collection at all, and this is more to get out the things that have been around for a long time that I just need to get rid of ultimately. But I did a huge declutter, and I only have like 8 entire lip products. I have like 30 total eyeshadows. I mean, including palettes. I have like 8 eyeliners and mascara. I mean, like, my numbers are like people's ultimate goal. And so I don't think that me doing I would have nothing left if I did a ton of painting projects, which is good. It's good that I don't have a lot, but I do have a lot of products that are either old or I need that little push to get rid of them, so I'm going to do this project. And this is not going to be only makeup, because at this point I have more body care, hair care, random stuff that I never use, to be honest, than makeup. So I have a total of 10 products that I want to use up in January. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to have my 10 products, which I've already chosen. Try to reach whatever goal it is that I want to do in January. And then if I don't finish the product, I'm going to move it into February. So eventually, all the products that I choose will eventually get completed, or whatever I want, whatever like end result I want, it'll eventually happen, which I like. I think that takes a little pressure off, and I think that makes it so I don't try to rush and use it unnecessarily. So I'm just going to keep rolling over products. My goal is to have 10 products in each month. I think that's a good amount. I think it's quite a bit, actually, and I'm just going to try to keep it at 10, because I feel like that'll be a good pace for me, especially if I'm rolling products over. It might be easier. Like, one product might be nearly done, but I just need that last month to finish it off, if you get what I'm saying at all. So since my, inventory of all beauty items, whether it be skincare, hair care, pretty much everything, is pretty small, I'm assuming like the last third of the year I may not even be able to have 10 products, and that's fine, or I may want to not even, if I had 10 products, it's like, well, I don't actually want to finish all of them off, because it's like I only have one foundation left. So as we get to the end of the month, or end of the year, it may not be 10, but that's fine with me. 10 is just a goal for now, because I think that's a good amount, especially because it's not just all makeup. So let's just get into my 10 products. Woo! If I don't break them first. My first item is out, actually my first 3 items are out of my Urban Decay Naked palette. I want to finish Virgin in January, finish Sin, and I'll do a close-up, finish Sin in January, and hit pan on Naked. So I just repressed Virgin and Sin, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but Naked has a very significant dip in it. Quite a few of these actually are pretty good dips, but I think hitting pan on that is pretty realistic. Finishing it obviously is not, but I feel like I'm really close to pan, so yeah. And then I just repressed these 2. There's barely anything in them. I use this as a highlight shade, and this is a brow and inner corner, so those will go like there's no tomorrow. But starting to work through this palette is definitely a goal of mine. I think it's a good one, and I think starting with those 3 basic shades will be really good. But yeah, I'm gonna just start trying to work through this. I'm not doing a pan that palette by any means, but I kind of am at the same time, just because I'm trying to slowly work through the shades. And then next will probably be Sidecar Buck, and I really want to use up Gunmetal. So yeah, we'll slowly but surely see in the year how much, but I'm assuming that each month there will be either one or two, you know, like 1, 2, or 3 of my products will be out of this palette. So yeah, those 3 are the first. Finishing those 2 off, I'm not worried about. This I'm pretty confident about, but we'll see. So that's my first 3 items. Is just trying to start making progress on the Naked palette. Next, I changed my mind about this one, and you'll see why. So I got this in a Birchbox. It's the Coastal Scent Stylized Eyeshadow Sampler in Formalize. And at first I have down on my little notepad that I wanted to finish the cream color, and that because there's two colors, and I wanted to finish the cream this month. So I wrote this out a while ago, and then I just haven't filmed it yet. And that's where I am on the cream. So I'm like, these go like Lorac shades. Like, if I've been using the cream as an under eye powder to set my concealer, which it's worked really well for, but it is going like no other. So now my goal, along with the other shades in my Urban Decay palette, is just to completely finish this little duo off. Let's see if it'll focus on ya. I don't think it will, but we can try. This I have no problems with. That is going to be gone probably legit by the end of this week, probably. And then this I can tell I've almost already hit pan on. I use this as an all over the lid shade right now, and then I use Naked in the crease. So that's how I've been going, you know, using both of those shades. But this it is so, it's kind of, this shade I will say I'm not that big of a fan of. I like the color, but I packed it on today and you can barely tell. So you have to use so much of it to get a good pigmentation, which is why I'm realistically setting the goal for myself that I really do think that I could finish this off in January. And having this little duo sampler out of my collection, like, that's such wasted space at this point. It's just too much. So having those 2 out I think would be amazing, and I really do think it's realistic if I just kind of pan that look of Naked in the crease, this all over, and that on the lid. But I bet if I use that like 2 more times, I'd already have significant pan, and there's tons of fallout with it too. So I just want it out. I'm going to try to get it out before I start really going into those Naked shades, because it's just so unnecessary, especially if I already have the Naked or the cream color out. Then I'm just holding on to that one, and I'm just like, no, that's too much space. Next is this e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, and I just took the stopper out this morning because I couldn't get anything else out, and to my surprise, there's still not much. So this, I definitely think it's realistic to get it out by January. I took the stopper out this morning, so I'll definitely be able to get every last drop of it, but even when I take the brush out now, there's barely anything on it, so really not worried about this one. Really hoping to have it done by January. Next is this NYC brown eyeliner. I used this for 4x4th of July last year, and I haven't touched it since, which is terrible. It's almost been half a year. So I just want it out. Look at how little it is. Like, I just want it done. Do I think I can finish this by January, by the end of January? I don't really think so, to be honest, but I might surprise myself, but I think by March for sure. So I want to start getting this in the rotation. When I'm done with the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, I'll use this as a base because that's what I was doing in 4x4th of July, and it worked way better than an eyeshadow primer, to be honest. So hopefully it'll get really good use after I'm done with the e.l.f. eyeshadow one. But for now, I've just been using it as a regular eyeliner, and hopefully, I need to mark this now that I think about it, but hopefully we will see some good progress on that in the next couple of months. Now we're into non-makeup. The first 2 that I have are both hand creams. I'm not really a hand cream person, but this is from Caleb's Birchbox, and this was from mine. They're both half empty, so it's ridiculous. I've been keeping this one in my purse, and I keep this one in the bathroom, but I switched this one to our bedside table, and then I'm just going to keep this one there too when this one's done, and I'm just going to do it and get in the habit of putting hand cream on every single night, and just take like 5 minutes to massage my hands at the end of the night, and I think that'll be a really good way to use these up. Next, it's going to be a tricky one for me, but I'm going to make myself do it, It's this Ulta nail polish in Steppin' Out. This is my oldest nail polish right now. As it is already, let's see if it'll focus. It is already all the way down there. So I'm assuming right there will be the point where I can't use it anymore. So I have like maybe 2 or 3 coats left with this, and that's just ridiculous to just keep around for months. So definitely trying to use this up, and hopefully I can get it out and finish it off by February. And the last product for this is a hair product. I feel like I have a good mix of like nails, skin, hair, and makeup. And I feel like that'll really help me accomplish more, because if I had all makeup, I feel like I would just feel overwhelmed and kind of stuck. But I like having a mixture of different things, so I think I'll keep that up throughout this project. This is the Paul Mitchell Care Active Blonde, Forever Blonde Dramatic Repair Spray Mist thing. I got this in February of 2015, so I've had this for almost a year, and I am right there. So not even halfway. I don't think this does anything. I don't think it helps with anything. I don't really think it makes a difference with blonde. It adds a little bit of shine and a little bit of moisture to my dry hair, but not enough to like repurchase it or rave about it. I don't want to waste it because it was pretty expensive, and I do think it adds a little bit of shine, but nothing that is worth this price. So I do want to finish it up. I do not think that I can finish this in January at all, but I definitely want to start remembering to use it and get it out ASAP. I wash my hair about 2 to 3 times a week, so I only will use this. I use it, you're supposed to use it on damp hair, so I use it every single time. Well, I'll start to use it every single time that I get out of the shower, and so I'll only use this like 8 to 12 times, which I don't think will make that big of a dent. But the spray, it sprays out like nothing. So I might just start like taking the bottle off and like pouring it in my hand and then putting it in my hair, because the spray is just annoying. So those are my 10 products for my Project Use It Up for January. I hope that you guys will enjoy this journey with me. I definitely love this project. I think it's a really good idea to continually use things without having such a super strict goal. That's more my style. Oh my gosh. That's more my style. And yeah, so if you're doing this project, be sure to leave me a comment. I absolutely love panning projects, especially since I've been on this huge declutter lately. I've just been like a little too obsessed, I think. If you did actually like this video, of course, if you didn't, you don't have to. If you did, I would appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to see more of me, I don't know, and more of my panning projects. I hope that you guys enjoy panning your collections, getting some stuff out, and are having a great new year and a great winter. I sure am, staring at these icicles, unable to leave my apartment. So I'll see you guys in the next one.